What's up, everybody? 412 Sports Cards here today, back with another video, and today coming at you with a new video about buying what you have conviction in. So I've done a lot of videos about making plays, what cards I like in the market, which ones I don't, but the more I think about it, the more I want to just start making videos on what I buy and why I bought it and kind of add value and showcase what I'm buying at the same time. So if you're excited about that, drop a like, drop a sub, maybe even share with your friends if you don't mind. We're slowly growing in subs. We're on that train to 1,000. We'll get there eventually, but I appreciate your support along the way. So, 2 cards in today's video. The first one is more fun. The second one is going to be the main kind of exciting points and lessons and stuff like that. First card, Mike Greenberg Auto, 2016 Allen and Ginter. This is really cool. I had to check, actually, that I haven't showed this already on the channel, but the Mike Greenberg Auto is pretty sick. I bought this because I grew up listening to Mike and Mike on the radio going to school, and they were the best. It was a sad day when their show ended and Greenberg went to do Get Up, and then Golick was on like Golick and Wingo. It was sad. I missed them, but this card is awesome to commemorate that. And I think 2016, that was probably around when the show ended, which makes me feel old, but that's probably when the show ended. Great card, though. It's his only auto, I believe, on like a sports card, so super excited to get this. Maybe the point here for you guys is maybe it's worth taking a look at like weird Allen Ginter autos if you have guys that you like that are not professional athletes but are like associated with sport. You might be able to find some cool autos in there. Worth a look, you guys, because this is something that I really enjoy. So, nice pickup there. Next up, we've got this. This was a big pickup. I was very excited about this. It's not like insane money, but yeah, I was hyped about this. Authentic Cup Trio patches. Sidney Crosby, Evgeny Malkin, Marc-Andre Fleury, all will be Hall of Famers. Game used patches, 6 out of 10 from 2007 Upper Deck The Cup. You gotta love it, guys. You've gotta love it. Look at this. Look at how awesome it is. So I'm big on this. It's about $200. This is not the traditional flipper type of card, right? When you think of flippers, we're thinking of just like base or like hot prospects or stuff like that people are buying to flip. But this card, I think, I'm going to argue, is kind of fits the new vibe of like flipping cards. Because most of what today's people are buying to flip is like cards that collectors like. I listened to a podcast recently talking about like an Anthony Edwards silver rookie, which is, a traditional like flipper type card. Now I had like no traction at card shows. I found that as I've been selling on eBay, stuff like this has a ton of traction. Even random stuff, like this Giannis tie-dye I listed on eBay for a little, and then I just took it off because I actually don't really want to sell it, but I was interested in seeing what kind of interest existed. Tons of interest in that. And it's just like a vet tie-dye in a PSA slab, but like a lot of interest in that. And this card, I think, is a similar type of thing. Like if you just toss this up on eBay or showed it at a card show, not everyone loves hockey, but people who are interested in hockey, this is a pretty cool card that I think would do really well. Condition looks great around the corners. I mean, a little chipped, but this black borders, these are pretty solid. There's a little surface missing or paper loss on the face of Sidney Crosby, and there's some scratching in this area. But so if you graded it, it would not do well, but yeah. I guess back to the point of how I think this stuff does well, and I bought this not to flip, but I bought it just because I enjoy collecting. I actually sold a Sidney Crosby patch auto to kind of bring in some cash, and I also bought this just for fun and for my PC. But this is very, very good from a risk-adjusted return standpoint in today's marketplace. Stuff like this. It's low risk, and the risk in the market of sports cards, I think, has just gotten higher. And this is a pretty low risk buy. I would say it's a pretty safe bet. You're not going to get absolutely torched on something like this. And the longer term outlook on a card like this, I think, is really good. The Premier set, the first triple patch of all these guys from the Cup. That's a big selling point. And I think there's lower short-term reward, but also you kind of got that ability to kind of demand your price because there aren't a bunch of other ones out there. And it lets you get just that couple extra bucks if you go to sell. So, obviously for most of you, the card that fits those criterion is not a Penguins triple patch. But think of unique cards or cool cards that are maybe missing just like one thing. Like this is just missing the fact that it's not in a big sport. It's not in a sport that a lot of people love, and that's why it's cheap. It's for a smaller market team. It just happens to be my team. But it's a nice card. Maybe for you it's like an NT game use patch of like a guy that you think is good or a guy you like. Maybe like someone like Devin Booker or something. An NT game use Devin Booker patch as opposed to a flawless one. You could probably get that pretty cheap, and it's still from a premium set. Like maybe that's your play that's just missing one piece from being huge. Maybe it's stuff like earlier tie-dye parallels. Before pre-2018, before stuff was being paralleled to death. It's not huge in today's market, but it's rare and it's collector's pieces. Maybe that stuff I think is smart buys, both as a collector and as an investor. Just I think it feels pretty safe. And that's what I enjoy buying these days. So make sure you enjoy what you're buying too. Maybe try to seek out some more unique stuff and feel confident doing it because it's not going to plummet in value like a lot of the stuff is today. And it gets you that good risk-adjusted return on what you're buying, whether you want to flip it or whether you just want to collect it. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed that video. Just some little bit of nuggets of information along with the mail day. Enjoy, and I'll catch y'all next time.